I'm Caroline, and for today's story time, I'm going to be talking about the time I almost fainted on the Tower of Terror. So, it's been so long since I've been to Disney, apart from this past winter. I think it's been, since the summer before 6th grade. It's been so long. And I'm a junior in college now, almost a senior in college. So, to put it in perspective, that's how long it's been. And so, obviously, I haven't gone on the Tower of Terror since it got remodeled into the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I don't like roller coasters, but I love Guardians of the Galaxy. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And so that day, I wasn't feeling well, but I was like, Caroline, it's one of your favorite movies. You have to go on this ride or you're going to regret it. And whenever someone tells me, you're going to regret it, that's, when I'll do anything. So, and that day I wasn't feeling particularly well, like I said, and my nose is bleeding, and this happens fairly often, and it sucks, and I've done multiple things to try to get it fixed, but it keeps coming back. And so I'm standing in line like this, holding my nose like this, and I'm I really hope no one stares at me. And I'm I'm fine, because I always try to pretend that I'm fine even when I'm not. It's who I am. So I'm standing in line like this, holding my nose, and the ride itself was cool, it just wasn't for me. And I'll have to post pictures of the ride before I got in the elevator if I can find them, and I'll insert them on the screen. But I was waiting in line, and someone said, yeah, the ride is more intense this time, there's more drops, and I was like, uh-oh, this is not gonna end well. And if you don't know, the Tower of Terror, formerly the Twilight Zone, it's still the same setup. It's in this elevator kind of thing, and the front's open. And it's gated on 3 sides, but like I said, the front's open, mostly. And it's the most terrifying thing ever. And the worst part, before we even officially started the ride, was when it pulled out from the wall, and I'm sitting there oh my god, I'm gonna die. And I don't remember this from I guess the last time I went on, and it was the most terrifying part of the ride. Even after everything I experienced that day, it was the most terrifying part of the whole day. I was plan my funeral, please. So the ride starts, and it goes like this, and I'm just my stomach it was not a good time. And I'll have to find the picture if I can of when how the doors open and they'll show the whole park, and they take a picture of you, and then you drop, and I'm sitting there like this. I'm this is fun. That was my moment of panic, and I'm I'm actually gonna die. This is my time. There's so much I want to do in life before I die, and graduate college, get a life. And so we drop, and I just feel I can't even describe the feeling. I saw stars. I've never been that close to fainting, and I can honestly say I was so dizzy, and I was flipping out, because it was only a minute, but it felt a long time, And when you get down to the ground, I'm literally shaking, thank God this is over. I thought I was gonna die. I didn't die. I know for a fact that if we hadn't stopped when we did, I would have fainted, because I can feel it coming on. And I never been that close to fainting before, and it really shook me up. I walked out literally shaking. And I was trying to brush it off and pretend it was fine, my normal usual self. And I rewarded myself that day, but I also, later that night, I went to the Cars Land, and I went on that ride, and apparently I had a death wish, because that ride was not as intense, obviously, but it was still a mini roller coaster, and I must have had a death wish that day. I'm not usually brave like that, but on the days that Brave Caroline comes out, I don't know, what comes over me. I mean, they're not often, but when it does happen, I'm always really confused. But, I mean, overall, it was a pretty successful day. I fangirled over cars. I didn't throw up or pass out like I thought I was, and, I mean, I cried a little bit, but that was about it. So moral of the story, I guess, don't go on intense rides when you're not feeling well and you're losing blood. You don't do that. Don't follow my footsteps. I'm not a role model, okay? So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this story, and if I can find the pictures and stuff, I will. So until next time, bye.